Good afternoon. It is the 28th of May, 2024. And what we're looking at here is a game from DVG, Dan Verson Games, obviously. And it is 1500, The New World. And, man, I'm sick. 100 degrees outside. Well, that's in the 90s. 90 degrees outside, and I've got some kind of sickness that I'm not sure where it came from because I don't get sick. I haven't been to a doctor for anything sick related in 20 years. I just don't get sick, so I don't know how I picked up this cold. I feel terrible, and but I'm not quitting my schedule of uploading and not gonna call into work. I don't think I've ever called into work, so we're going to trying to have some kind of normalcy in life. I've slept enough and took enough medications, so we're gonna see how it works, y'all. Uh, but yeah, it's 1500 A New World, and I just wasn't even being on my radar if it wasn't for David of Centurion's review. He gave it a really good review, and so I kind of wanted to buy it, and I seen it for a good price, like $16, and so I think I paid more for got the Netherlands expansion. I think I paid more for the Netherlands expansion than I did for the base game, and it's got several expansions. And what these do, the way I understand it, is to play let you play with a bot and play solitaire. And for me, it was between the Netherlands and the Spanish expansion because you had several others. You know, because the early Netherlands were huge, um, you know, in in colonization and so on. So and moving the seas. So let's look at the game. Let's look at we claim this land. Okay, 1500 The New World puts the fate of your nation's exploration of the New World in your hands. 1500 The New World is a game for 2 to 6 players. I do like a multiplayer game with about 6 players, so we're gonna try that. Four or five at least. You and your friends will play cards to build colonies, destroy the colonies built by other players, and protect your own colonies by their attacks. The player to best use their cards, gain European support, and outwit their opponents will gain everlasting glory and fame. Yeah, okay. That is what it is. Look for 1500 The New World Nation expansions to play 5 of the great European nations. Each expansion also includes a solitaire game, play cards, and rules. A Dan Verson game design. I've always liked Dan Verson games. Thought they've been really good, well done. I always think they have good components. So I love Dan Verson games. So we're going to see what this one is about. I do hear it's sort of the combat and so on is sort of, instead of being so thematic, it's more um, almost Euro-ish in abstraction. So we'll see. We will see here. So let's open it up. Great box. DVG always has really good boxes. Always packages their stuff well. That's the first thing you can't get right. If you can't get a box right, as far as components, it's hard to get the other components right. But of course, that has no bearing on how good the game is. This is the introduction. Okay, let's see here. Setup, nice splash page telling you I'm getting ready for play. Game turn preparation. Player turn. Cards. End of player's turn. Well, card secrecy. Each player begins, resolves, and completes their play a turn before the next player's turn. Okay. Unless a card states otherwise when you play it, it has an immediate effect, and then you discard it. There are 2 types of cards: action cards and reaction cards. All right. Ways to play the card. You can play the cards in your hand in a variety of ways. Discard the card to use the card's text. Build. Discard the card to build one colony or any area that does not already have a colony. Okay. In any area that does not already have. Discard the card to reduce any colony from successful to struggling. Repair. Discard the card to flip any one struggling colony back to successful. Royal support. Okay. Well done. So it's a lot of cards. It's going to be hands of cards. Playing a card reaction. Card secrecy. Okay. End of player turn. Once you are done playing cards, finish your turn by tallying your victory points. Okay. Alright, got some sample turns in there. Card descriptions. Oh, I always love that. Oh, they give you that. Alright. So, this looks like the rule book. Doesn't look like much to the game. It's like a lot of cards. A lot of card play. So, as with a lot of games with a lot of cards, the rules are baked right in the cards, right? So, that's a way to have less rules. A map is, people can go either way on this. I love this map. I think it's awesome. It looks like an antique map, sort of, right? There be dragons, right? Sea monsters. So, yeah. Got the turns. 1 point for each struggling colony. Minus 1 point for each struggling colony. May remove any of your colonies. Perform the following steps. Play discard card, card effects, build, blockade, repair, royal favor, repeat for each card to be played. Okay. Tally up. Tally and add your points. Repeat until all players have had a turn, obviously. Advance the turn marker on the turn track. Okay, so. Alright, so that looks pretty straightforward. Here's your draw deck and your discard. I'm assuming that might be for the solitaire game. Counters, simple counters. And a couple of decks of cards. Right. So, doesn't look like a whole lot to it, but as I said, Dave, this is Historian's View, thinks it is excellent, and I usually agree with him. And we're going to look at there's an expansion. It's just going to add cards, so not much to these expansions either, but we'll look at it. Gives you some solitaire rules, I guess. Well, there it is. Yeah, cards. A lot of cards. Wow. Rule. That's just going to be a, expansion rules. That's the AI turn. That's that. Okay, very cool. Very well done. Dan Verson always has some good solitaire modes in games, so these look well done. It's the AI deck. So 2 big decks split up into 4. That's what you're getting there. And so, yeah. All right. That's about it. That's about what we're looking at. If you played it, let me know. I don't know when I'm going to play it. I was hoping this week, but gosh, I'm telling you, so sick, so down. I have something for you soon. Y'all have a good one out there. Be careful out there. Don't catch a cold when it's 100 degrees. I thought it was allergies at first. I usually don't get allergies. I took copious amounts of Benadryl. It ain't allergies. So, okay, y'all. Have a good one out there, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.